Welcome back to another episode of the Radar. So I'm Jasper.
And I'm Murray.
I'm
And
Mr.
today,
Leong.
You already do that?
yeah, let's
redo that.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of the Radar. So I'm Jasper.
I'm Murray.
Mr. Leong.
And today we'll be bringing you to our next episode of what we have to offer you in RH. So once again, special thanks to Block3.com, the best blog.com in RH, for sponsoring us Mr. Leong's favorite beverage here, Coke.
0.
Damn, we made a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, we managed to get them to sponsor us, so big shout out to them for doing so. Alright, so now we would like to go back to our special guest, Mr. Leong here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so Mr. Leong, would you like to introduce yourself?
Leong Siu Teng, Hall Manager of Raffles Hall. Since it's either 2003 or 2004.
2003. Wow, that's
2004.
That's like
I remember it's 2003, but I checked the records and it says I'm 2004. Yeah, okay, whatever.
maybe they are scamming
Maybe
you.
I lost 1 year of pay.
Yeah, could be.
1 year less of retirement pay.
Yeah.
So you've been here about 19 years, close to 20 already.
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow, that's surprising.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Then
Anyway, it's just hitting it to you. You've been here that long.
He's here longer, 2,000 years.
Yes, but then despite like this whole long duration, right? So what made you decide to stay on as a hall manager till now? Like what motivates you?
It's a very special job. It's actually unique in the world. Yeah. And I'm just too lazy to go find another job.
Wait,
Simple as
unique
that.
as in what sense?
The interaction with the students here,
Mhm.
that is the most enjoyable part of the job. Okay. Something that you cannot find outside easily, especially in a setting that is that's homely, like here, like all of you. We're all trying to make this place a home through activities, and then a lot of enjoyment out of it. Yeah, every year you meet different people, different characters, different stories will come out of it.
So 19
So
years.
it's different. So 19 years just like that. I don't even realize it. Yeah, don't even realize it. But I think if I start thinking back, there are a lot of things must have happened now. I didn't really sit down and think through every year because you just have to keep doing. It's non-stop every year. One year later reboot. 1 year later reboot. 1 year later reboot. Yeah, so you just gain experience, learn the people, learn the hall. Try and keep the hall going. Try and keep it as ups as possible. Of course, there are sometimes the downs, saying, it goes down, we can bring it up again.
I mean, yeah, I've been there with the downside on that point.
Yeah, you went through that roller coaster. Just within how many? You're what, year 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you already experienced a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's been a very, very long time.
So the whole, I think the time here is all like that.
I mean, if I've been here from year 1 to year 4, I can't imagine you being here from 2003 till now. So
Yeah, it was a different time that time.
no,
Yeah.
but then like during this entire long duration, right? What was the most memorable thing that happened to you that made you not regret staying all this while?
I never regret staying at all. Never.
Never
but,
at all?
Yeah, but there are many things. Many things happen.
Maybe the most impactful thing that made you like,
Okay.
like wow.
I think the welcome I had was very good when I first arrived, and the JCRC at that time. Okay, JCRC at the time went all out to make sure I understand what is going on in Raffles Hall because they're very proud, and not just JCRC but many of the residents at that time were very proud to show and tell and talk about Raffles Hall.
Wow.
Okay, it's always about the hall when they are here. Okay,
the pride in the hall.
sorry.
The pride in the hall.
The pride in the hall, the happiness that they are in a place called Raffles Hall. Okay. I'm not overselling or trying to sell Raffles Hall here. They really were like that.
I
Okay?
mean, just sell, man. This is a Raffles podcast.
Yeah. So they would go all out to tell me about hall traditions. They go out to show me, get me into the activities, participate in the activities. Okay. Always welcoming. And then for the first year, I had very good guidance from the JCRC of that time. And that left a very good start.
Good first impression.
A good first impression and a very good year. And then I think it takes about 2 or 3 years to really get into the thing of the hall to truly understand it. So in the 2 or 3 years, succeeding JCRCs start to come up, and then you got to work together with them. Then go through the activities that they were introducing me the previous year before. That first year you probably don't know much about. Then you get to learn more and participate more, and then you get to do the things that the work part of the hall, which is to maintain the place, provide administration support and all that. So all this comes in together in a very good blend.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
But
it's a
not
very
gonna
good blend for a work environment.
I'm not gonna lie, he's got a point though. You have to be here for maybe like 2 years, 3 years before you truly understand
Yeah, there's so much
Raffles Hall
going on,
dynamics.
so
Yeah,
many
it's
intricacies.
very messy on the surface, but it's quite crazy on the when you're knee deep inside there.
I think that time the it's more stable when it comes to activities part. People will understand what needed to be done because they saw their seniors do many things that were consistent over many years. Okay, unlike right now where because of COVID and other interruptions, you don't get to see the consistency. You see changes, you see things that you used to do that you cannot do anymore. Yeah. So there's this slight difference between that time and now.
Oh yeah, so based on that, right? Which batch of JCRC would you say is your favorite? Every batch.
Every batch, of course, all favorite one. Love them all.
It's okay, you can tell me later after the camera's cut.
No, they're all good. Everyone has their unique approach. Okay, everybody has ideas. So whenever y'all do your next year JCRC, there's a tendency they always say, last year they do this, I don't want this, I want to change. So the points system keeps changing every year. So everyone, which is good, they come with fresh ideas, they always adjust. And then the point system, there's no consistency. That's one thing. Okay,
I'm not
that's
proud
one
of
thing.
it. I don't have to know about it anymore.
But everybody has your own ideas, everyone want to do something for the hall under the umbrella of what was done that had successfully held the hall up over many years through either the cultural activities, the sporting activities, the committees together, and all the other things that they would do. And they did a lot of stuff that, when I arrived, they did a lot of stuff that you're undoing today. And they're already missing out on many things that their seniors were able to do that they did not do. One example would be that during orientation, the early revolutions, I don't know what year, they would go out I think it's St. John's Island, okay, for orientation.
Wow.
Overnight.
Oh wait, what? Okay,
that's like very good.
The whole hall will go there overnight. Okay. And they were able to do that because orientation was like 2 weeks long.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 weeks long kind of orientation, and then they have all the time to plan, and they're very into the planning of all the activities so that we make sure that everybody gets the maximum joy out of it with minimal trouble.
So, could you share like some of the most interesting or biggest difference from hall life back then versus like now?
That time I think we were more laid back.
More laid back.
More laid back. When my first year, okay, I can feel electricity in the air. Okay.
Oh, like the passion and the energy.
Yeah, I can feel the electricity.
So the
this is
energy
what
right
makes it so
now-
different from any work environment.
So the energy right now is it's more mellow compared to the past.
Yeah, but you must factor in what happened the previous 2 years.
Yeah, I think it'll take time for the energy to come back.
I can see it coming back already. Yeah, but it's like a bouncing around kind of energy. Okay? Because many things are happening, which is a good thing. Everyone wants to do a lot of things, but eventually, everybody got to start to sit down and think that what makes the hall. So what are the things that you do that builds up the hall?
I see. So it's like building the hall spirit of being together rather than just multiple events everywhere creating the energy. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, something like that. But it's good to have all that what you all are doing right now. I think it's very good. But eventually, like I said, somebody has to look at the larger picture. How does that contribute to a hall thing? A hall.
Yeah, I think naturally over time, hopefully everything will like stream together and slowly become more homogeneous and more
Yes.
like united.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
Yeah. So if you can, right now in the SEM 1, you can see so much energy. Let's hope SEM 2 with IHG, you'll be even better.
Yeah, I probably.
Actually, I can't wait to see a physical ISG like full scale once more. It's been 2-3 years since then.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time. Huh?
Yeah. So
I've yet to see a IHG so far, so I'm also quite excited to see that.
the sports will bring up the hall easily, especially when you all train hard and do well. Okay. Right, if you do that, you can show your spirit. Okay, actually, it's not just about the winning; it's also about the fighting at your game. Not fighting the other horse. Fighting the fighting spirit in your game. Okay, when you show that spirit on the court. Okay,
Yeah.
when you do your best, the people who are there to support you, the residents who are there to support, can see it, can see it. Okay, so everyone will know there'll always be a winner. There's somebody who will be a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay, but how do you approach your sport? How do you approach your own activity?
It's quite
Right.
crazy to think that like over the span of maybe 8 months, there are so many people that have never played a sport before, like this sport, and they come into it and then they're able to compete on like a competition level with like hundreds of other people. Yeah, I think that's quite awe-inspiring in a sense.
I think that's an experience that most places outside don't even get to offer. I mean, look back in like primary schools, secondary schools, you have to play for maybe like a year or two. But in hall context, if as long as you're competent, you have the skills, you can play within like even in your first year, especially. And I see some of them excel really good in the sport
Yeah.
they just partake in.
Yeah, yeah.
And so maybe like it's like all this aside, right? I'm sure you have quite a few like crazy stories or like crazy incidences that you can never forget about lah. So like, what are some that you can remember that struck so deeply in you that you can still remember it to this day?
Well, so quite a few. Let's see which one I can tell you.
I mean, no worries. This is a M18 rated, I think.
Okay, I need to talk about the horse spirit at that time to tell this story.
Okay, sounds good.
So the horse spirit is such that almost everybody knows everybody. The unity is there. Okay, we talk to the residents. Okay, we can see that they're very enthusiastic to talk to you about things. Every day they wake up very happy or just want to tell jokes to one another. Just want to enjoy. Okay, so there is understanding, common understanding between residents and residents, between even the SCRC, the JCRC, the hall office. Okay, okay. So because it's united, right? Sometimes certain things happen that the hall will respond as a hall. Okay, so what will happen was that then here comes the story. So, like as we know, the hall has many entrances and exits. So sometimes there'll be people who stray in, and then try to explore the place and other shenanigans. Okay, right. So there was one evening about 7 o'clock. So this somebody came to me and tell me, Mr. there's some strange guy at block 3 there just walking around. Okay, so I went to have a look. So I saw this guy, and it's from another Asian country, very clear. So it's probably a construction worker type of person. Okay, so I asked him, what is he doing here? What do you want? What are you doing here? Then he looked at me. Okay,
Oh my
come
God.
on, he got caught. He wasn't expecting it to be so fast. So he straight away turned and ran. He ran very quickly. So the first thing I did, okay, so I was almost alone. I think I got two or three people just around me only. So the first thing I did was I just yelled, Raffles Hall, Raffles Hall, Raffles Hall, Raffles Hall. Okay, the doors all open and just closed. Bing bing bang 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 bang.
What?
Raffles Hall, Raffles Hall. Then everyone just all yelling, Raffles Hall, Raffles Hall, Raffles Hall, Raffles Hall, block to block, block to block, block to block.
Oh my god.
The guy panicked like mad.
Oh
He did not expect anything like this to happen from a hostel that he thought was just a simple place. No! People knew what to do. A cry like that, they instinctively knew something has happened. So what has happened? So it's yell first.
What the?
So I chased this guy.
Uh-huh.
The next thing the guy can see, other than me chasing him, was people coming out of the rooms, coming down the stairs, chasing him.
A wall of students.
Yeah, exactly. The tidal wave of students all come out to chase him. So he ran and ran and ran and ran and ran, but I think he was really, really fast. By the time they got down to the ground floor, they couldn't see me already. So it was another, I think, one more guy just behind me, far, far away, and me chasing this guy all the way to UCC there. And then he jumped into the AYE and ran away. So that's one.
Oh Jesus.
The second one, also similar, was also another guy who came in the middle of the night for this one is a student from NUS. I don't know what he wanted to do lah. Okay, so he was standing around some of the toilets, and being very suspicious. So again, another resident asked him, "Excuse me, may I know what you're doing here?" Then he ran. So he did the same thing. Yeah, Raffles Hall, Raffles Hall. That's like 3 a.m. The doors again burst open.
What the heck?
Okay, everyone yelling Raffles Hall, Raffles Hall. This guy chased. This time, this guy got chased inside the hall because he made some wrong turns. So he ran from block 6 to block 4. People come down, yelling. So he ran to block 2. People come down, yelling Raffles Hall, Raffles Hall. He ran to block 3. People come down.
Oh, Jesus.
So he ran. He was running, twisting and turning. Then in the end, he got caught in the hedges, and then he got entangled in the bushes. And the whole hall was there just like.
Wow, when was this? Like,
I think 2005, 2006.
oh my god! Wow, that sounds damn crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So the hall responds the hall residents responds when the hall needs something. Okay, because of many years of the hall spirit building up. Okay. So I think this is something that the hall needs to find back.
Idea for Rockcom, the freshies coming in, maybe educate them a little on the Raffles Hall style.
Shout out to the Rockcom. Y'all are recruiting right now, right? So I guess it's time for y'all to start pushing a bit more. Bring back the hall spirit.
Anyway, thank you for doing the good job for Rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, they get. I mean, there were a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, it's not easy to bring back something that has this connection. You just need 1 year of not doing something for the next year to not know what to do. Yeah, it's very easy. It's a very fragile thing to pass down traditions. It's very fragile.
I
It's
tried.
difficult.
I tried my best. I guess it's up to the other 2 people who are currently in this room right now. Reynard and Jolene, who's on the sound.
Oh yeah, Jolene. Oh, yes, that's
they are
right.
the new ex-hosts for Rockcom.
Okay. Okay, good luck. Do your best.
Big expectations now.
Come check with me. If you need any tips, any assistance. We'll always help.
That will be another chapter for another time.
Yeah, another time. Yeah, you want to talk, can talk a lot. Let me drink some sponsored drink first.
Yeah, please go ahead. Alright, so once again, shout out to Block 3 Blockcom for being the best Blockcom in this place.